Hey everybody, this is Marilyn. Do we have any audio on this? Great, thanks Lou. This is Marilyn, and it's time for the noon edition of Welcome to My World. This is the 22nd of January, which is a Friday, and it's a couple minutes past noon. Among things I learned this morning is it's a lot easier to trade if you have an internet connection. Have no idea what happened to mine, but the reason I wasn't around is because I couldn't get on to anything. Anyway, it all finally got resolved. It was a local issue, and so I finally got up and running. Anyway, I think I mentioned before, but I'll mention it again because it's worth reminding everybody. Part of your business plan, you need to have an emergency plan within there. You have your goals and your financial and your subscription and all the things that it takes, what your resources are. But within that, everybody needs to have an emergency plan so that if you are in a trade and your internet goes down, you've got your account numbers, your telephone numbers to your brokers in one spot that you can pick up in an instant and call the brokerage, get the trade desk. You want the trade desk. Keep in mind what that trade desk is. It's the broker's fire department. And so you're going to be very, very, very unpopular if you call that trade desk and start tying them up with service questions about, I don't understand my statement and blah, blah, blah. That isn't what they're there for. They are there to help people who have just lost their internet or they've had a computer crash and they're in the middle of a trade. So keep that in mind. That is what they do, and they will help you. But you got to have your your account number right there if you want instant help. And you can either tell them to flatten it or you can ask them to move something for you. But flattening is probably the better idea because then you know you're completely out of it. And whatever damage can't continue anyway. So, this morning we've had some really nice, these indices have all, yesterday and overnight, they have all perked up a little bit and gone up. So the question remains now, how long will this last? The VIX that I monitor, a couple times a day just to keep myself aware of where it is in relative to the big picture, is trading right now about 23.82, and that's come down off of that 27, almost 60 from a couple of days ago when all the indices were going down, 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 down. We'll see how long this lasts. If this is a little rally to make some corrections, fine, but don't hold your breath with the idea that it may keep going up and up and up. Because the fact is, we don't ever know what the market's going to do. The only one that knows what the market's going to do is a bus driver. That's why we don't predict the future. It's virtually impossible, and you will chew yourself up trying to make predictions. That's another reason I keep saying, don't worry about the talking heads and the sky's falling and Chicken Little and what China's doing and this and that. It doesn't have anything to do with how we are trading. We are going to trade these charts and we're going to trade the entries that the Apex system gives us. We're going to make our money and turn off our computer or go to Sim and continue with our education. Every day. It's the same old thing over and over and over. But that's how you get better. So I don't know if anybody trades gold, but gold had a wonderful run. I mean, that was beautiful on an Apex. I'm using an 8 tick diagnostic chart for that. My goodness, what a lovely trade. It just, it made Apex picture perfect everything. Several entries, including one of Lori's touchbacks and slings, and it was just, my goodness, what a beautiful trade. If you trade gold, keep in mind that the current February is the current active contract. That will be changing next week. The February contract has another 6 days to go, but there is enormous volume in there compared to the next month. So if you don't know how to roll contract and you do trade gold, you're going to need to know that next week. There is an excellent link on the Apex website, so make sure over the weekend that you review that so you're prepared when I'm expecting probably Tuesday or Wednesday, but there will be notification come up for you. The other thing is on Monday morning, we will not have a lot of news. So Monday mornings are usually news quiet. What I suggest you do is it's pretty easy to find at this time of year, those big calendars with the big squares in them that you can write, is to, over the weekend, every week, take one of those things, get the news calendar for the month, for the week, and start making notes in that calendar of the mornings that are going to have the kind of news trades that you want to trade. Because it's very helpful if you have something, some glitch in your computer or something doesn't come up right. It's easy to get so focused on that you forget what the news trade was that you had planned. So if you have a little calendar like that, you can pick that up right away every morning and refresh your mind of what the news trades are for the morning, and fill that out for the whole week so you know relative to your trading where you can take advantage of some of these things. And if you're trading spreads on the Apex News tab, Daryl puts the trades right in there of what it's everything. It's a time of day to place those trades, the expirations you want. It's great. So be sure and review that and take advantage of it. That's what it's in there for. So I think that's about it. We've got in the land of crude oil, we've got the Iranian folk just about to release considerable amount of their oil onto the world market. So you'll see a lot of talking heads blithering about that. But we still have Brent is trading just about at parity, maybe 20 cents below West Texas. And I keep a pretty good eye on watching those back months to see they can tell us what some of the big institutional traders are thinking about the future of crude oil. So right now the sky isn't falling and Chicken Little isn't running around yet. Anyway, the whole point of this is to trade what you see. Don't buy into all this bunch of nonsense that's out there, because there is plenty of it out there. If you're new and you're not familiar with how to use Jing, the weekend, I try to remember to remind everybody on the weekend, get very familiar with using Jing so you can post your charts. It's enormously helpful. So I think that is about it. I see Daryl's in the room, and on Fridays, sometimes he has a few minutes to answer some questions. So just ask away on Fridays, especially around noontime when things get a little quieter. So this has been my view from my world in Apex land, brought to you by Apex Investing. I'll see you on Monday morning. Thanks.